like good food, you're going to want to watch this video. Ryan here with Ask the Locals. I'm here with Stacy, the pudding lady. So I'm here with John from the Maui Chop House, and we're going to ask him 5 questions about being a food truck owner. What's the key to getting the perfect consistency in pudding? She's not going to tell us.
I make my product with love.
With love.
And I know that's corny, that's what everybody says, but I don't do it for the money. The money follows because the product is good.
John, Maui Chop House, how did it start and what inspired the food truck?
So in 1905, my great-grandparents came from Portugal. I moved to Hawaii to work at sugarcane plantations. And a couple generations later, my father was born and raised there. When he was 1, we moved to New York with my mother, and the rest is history. He passed away when I was 17, so I always wanted to do some kind of a Hawaiian homage.
Ingredients or anything that you kind of do for like non-dairy or alternative, sugars?
Absolutely. I mean, we're still trying to explore and figure out what we can do with alternative sugars. We know that there's a community out there looking for sugar-free flavors, but we want to also stay true to our product's consistency. I said, but we do offer gluten-free, friendly, and vegan options.
Spam. What is the right way to cook it?
The only way to cook it is get a nice hot pan or hot griddle, flat top, sear it for about 30 seconds each side, put a nice sauce on there, maybe a little sweet sauce to cut the salt a little bit, and you're golden. Whatever else you like on there, jalapenos, tomatoes, onions, whatever it is.
Now, are there any secret techniques or methods that you kind of use, aside from love?
I whip it.
Whip it. You gotta whip
real
it.
Good.
There you go. If you're making some homemade pudding, whip it real good. You tend to serve an egg with your dish. What's the only way to eat an egg?
Sunny side up.
What's your favorite story from your maiden voyage of the truck? Maybe a festival or something, unique that happened to you.
All right, so there's actually 2. So one was an event that my wife came to help out with my 10-year-old and my 7-year-old daughter. That was just put me over the moon. Aside from family stuff, probably the coolest moment I ever had was Opie from Opie and Anthony. He came up to the food truck. We chatted for a little bit and got some food, and that was it.
What is the weirdest flavor of pudding you have ever seen or come across?
I actually had someone come to me at a market one time, a follower of my pudding for a very long time, and she asked if I could make a savory tomato flavored pudding. Because we do get creative in the kitchen. We do make a lot
Custom
of
orders and
flavors, custom orders, custom flavors, and whatever my mind wants to make,
I love it. I love it. What is your number one piece of advice for any aspiring food truck owner?
Whatever you think your costs are going to be, double it.
Wise words.
People say there's no overhead or low overhead for the food truck. There is still overhead, trust me.
You ever have to do brakes or, fix the truck randomly, unexpected? I mean,
come on.
I've
had blowouts and side of Sunrise Highway, $1,500 later, I'm back up and running. So wound up doing the event I was at for free, but it's kind of things you got to roll with.
Build in a cushion. Thank you, John. It's been great chatting with you. Cheers, man.
Thank you.
What is your number one piece of advice for any aspiring food truck or trailer operator out there?
You can't do it just for the money. It's exhausting, it's tiring. But if you really, really love to make people smile and give people good food or good sweets and good treats, just go for it. Just go for it. Reach out. We're a really friendly community. A lot of us love to support each other. So if you want to do it, ask a few questions and just go for it.
Where do they find you? Where do they find you?
The Deer Park Tanger outlets every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 12 to 6:30 in front of Abercrombie and Fitch.
There you go. Thank you, Stacy. It was great talking with you. Cheers.
Talking with you too. Dinner?
I would, yeah. At this point.
I mean, do dinner and dessert,
Well, that's
You
what I
have
gotta do.
dinner, a couple beers, and then dessert.
Now, I'm not I'm not a fan of banana pudding, but this was absolutely delicious. You can see by my face, I was surprised pleasantly.
All right, we have tons of pudding flavors, a little something for everyone. We're most known for our banana pudding. We have all the flavors you see here on the truck. That's the banana. It has vanilla wafers, chunks of banana, a little touch of cinnamon, we use vanilla extract to flavor it. Creamy, delicious, and smooth. It's been featured in magazines and on television. We have our pudding. No, sorry. I'm going to have to edit that part out. We have our chocolate pudding. It's rich, it's decadent, it's earthy. We use Caribbean chocolate, not European chocolate. So it's definitely has a rich texture. It's smooth, it's delicious. Then we have these flavors on this side. This is our strawberry pudding. Crumbles on top. It reminds a lot of people of the Good Humor bar, but better. Then we have our birthday pudding. Since making this flavor, it has sprinkles on it. It's our most vanilla flavor. And then we have our cookies and cream. Can't go wrong with that. If you're scared to try any of the flavors, just go with this one. And then we have our 21 and over collection. Our chocolate cognac made with Hennessy. We have our vanilla honey bourbon. We use Catskills Provisions honey bourbon. It's an upstate company, and they make the best honey bourbon. It's not too sweet, so it allows us to add things like honey as a sweetener, and it has water to complement the bourbon flavor. Then we have our rum raisin. If you're Caribbean like me, you appreciate a good rum raisin, but this one is 21, and it's topped with rum cake with a caramel rum drizzle. Can't go wrong with that. Then we also have flavors for people that have special dietary needs, like dairy-free or gluten-free. We have our classic banana in that version. And then we also have a coconut delight pudding, coconut base topped with almonds, walnuts, and pecans and chocolate chunks. Can't go wrong with that. And then we have our double chocolate chip, almond milk based, again, for those people with special dietary needs. So tons of options. You just tell me what you want.
I do think we need a double chocolate banana variation, like a double dip chocolate peanut butter with the little nuts on it and everything.
We are working on a peanut butter pudding.
Oh, there you go.
Peanut butter pudding.